Now turning to a grand vision of the future for Canada's biggest city. It's been put forward by Sidewalk Labs, a subsidiary of Google's parent company. And along with big promises, it's creating a big controversy. Scott is here with the details. Okay, Scott, walk us through this huge development that's been proposed.
Yeah, big really is the word here. It's gone all the way from 5 hectares overnight to 200 acres. And so this is catching a lot of people by surprise for this. There's also, this is incorporating a lot of the unused port lands, pretty much a large portion of the remainder of what's on the Toronto waterfront. Take a look at the map in particular as far as what Sidewalk Labs is proposing and what they want to do. Take a look at the area right here. But one thing that is consistent with all the bells and whistles they've promised over the last couple of years, the Sidewalk Labs, they want to build it from the internet up. They want Wi-Fi everywhere, cameras, data collection, tracking every move, heated sidewalks, time constructions, 89% reduction in greenhouse gases. But what is interesting here is in this 1,500-page report that was unveiled, is looking to develop this further area here, 200 acres in total. So instead of putting money down, Sidewalk Labs is sort of promising the benefits to the people of Toronto and Canada, for that matter, what is going to happen in the future. With no money down, take a look at what they're proposing specifically. 77 hectares here, so that's basically the size of a good-sized farm. Most of it remains on the port lands. They're also promising 44,000 jobs, even more with the construction and full-time jobs than that. They're promising 53,000 residents will move in, some rental, some below market costs. But the big promises, rather than putting money down to purchase this property, they're saying in the future, the people of Toronto and Canada could be the benefits of $14.2 billion of annual economic impact by 2040. Also $4.3 billion in annual tax revenue by that time as well. But for this to go through, they need approval by the year 2020. So a lot of politicians are saying we're not seeing a lot up front for a lot of promises down the road as far as what's going to happen here. So we'll see how the official reaction comes from Toronto as far as this big real estate proposal. And again, this is still a proposal.
And approval might be difficult because, as you've mentioned, it's grown in size and there are concerns also with privacy. So tell us a little bit why everyone is not so happy with the proposal.
Well, two is like this is a physical piece of property. Some calling it the most valuable real estate in Canada. Take a look at what we're talking about here. This is the port lands, the eastern side. It's pretty much undeveloped, and there's going to be what kind of infrastructure is going to be needed to support, say, 53,000 residents there. What kind of water facilities, sewer, new plumbing, piping, electrical. But the big one is the LRT system. This is virtually untouched as far as transit. LRT is estimated to cost about $1.2 billion as far as getting a light rail in there. And this is what from Google and Sidewalk Labs, they said this is essential for moving people to this area. Here's a spokesperson for Sidewalk Labs as far as, this is a big deal for Toronto.
Our plan proposes a self-financing approach to break the deadlock that has bedeviled the waterfront LRT for well over a decade. So there's a huge area of undeveloped land, and the future tax revenues from that land could more than pay for the construction of the LRT.
So this is really what the Toronto councillors are looking at today. No money down, but big promises of money in the future. So again, this is a proposal, and really the first one of its kind from Sidewalk Labs, and taking a real close look at that 1,500-page report as far as what this future city might look like.